Build One South Africa leader Mmusi Maimane says the ANC's position on a government of national unity is putting the cart before the horse. The ANC says it's speaking to several parties in order to form a new government and co-govern South Africa, but not all parties are on board with it. Maimane and Nobuntu-Hlazo Webster from BOSA will now be heading to the National Assembly after their party garnered 195,000 votes during the elections. He says the issue of accountability needs to be addressed before discussing a government of national unity.
When we stood for an election, we stood for an agenda for the prosperity of all South Africans.
Yeah.
That's what we represent. That's what we're sending people to Parliament to do, or any other legislature. Establishing a GNU without any sense of knowledge as to what the GNU is going to do is really putting the cart before the horse. I don't know myself what its objectives are. And if the manifesto that is going to triumph is the manifesto of the ANC, then I must reflect on the last 15 years and say, it's led us to unemployment, it's led us to high levels of corruption, etc. All of those issues must be ventilated before anyone can agree to form a government. Otherwise, it means we must continue with the previous agenda, and I'm not willing to put up with that. I would rather be sitting here today saying, before we talk GNU, let's talk about what is the agenda for the people of South Africa. What would serve the 60 million South Africans? Who is going to hold that plan to account? Because if everybody just simply goes into government, we have been given a mandate to go to Parliament to hold the government to account. No one said we are the majority. So we have to put an accountability plan on the table so that whatever happens in the next while, South Africans will be better off for it. But we're certainly not going to be invited to simply just say, come discuss positions, because that's what all is being discussed now, without necessarily a plan. And so whilst I want to work with everybody, but I think let's agree on what we are working on before we decide who we are going to work with.